Oh, this is a beautiful property. This is a 3-acre tract at Bull Shoals Lake, direct frontage on the Corps of Engineer line, so good access to the lake. You can see the truck there at the bottom of the screen. We're actually looking, I guess, southwesterly over the property toward the lake. Now we pan to the south toward what we call the Sandy Beach area at the south side of the peninsula. A couple different access points to the lake close to this property. And actually across the lake there you can see Tucker Hollow Marina, which is kind of cool to have that nearby. Gives you some amenities there. Looking to the north, you can see the lake on both sides because Timber Shoals Ranch is a peninsula, so off on the left and the right, we've got Bull Shoals Lake. Beautiful, beautiful property. So a truck, like I said, parked on the easement road at the northeast portion of the property, and we're going to fly southwesterly over the property and to the lake itself, and we'll check this out. I'm hoping we get pretty low so we can really look at the timber here. It's got good timber on it. A lot of hardwood trees, quite a few cedar trees as well. There's the truck parked on the road. And I believe we're just going to kind of slowly head southwesterly over the property. Oh, I hope we slow down a little bit. Well, it's a little quicker than I was hoping, but that's okay. You can see toward the bottom of the video, I guess, you can see an old road that cuts across the property. That is not an easement, so there's no one's going to be driving across the middle of your property. That's just an old road that happens to cross over these tracks on the southwest part of the peninsula. Beautiful timber. Now this property is basically the highest by the easement road at the northeast side, and it slopes down very gradually as you go southwesterly toward the lake. You get to the Corps of Engineer land, and then it's a very short walk right to the water. So Bull Shoals Lake being a Corps of Engineer lake, generally private citizens like you and I can't own the waterfront, but if you're able to, you can get land on the Corps of Engineer line, and that gives you access over that, physical access to the water, so that's pretty great. You can see a little debris in the water. We had a kind of a flood, I guess, earlier in the spring, and that left a lot of debris, and now we're going into the summer, and that debris is kind of working its way down the lake, I guess you'd say. So now we're looking across the lake. Beautiful lake in general, but this section in particular is fantastic. The fishing is unreal. They had some kind of national bass tournament right here a couple years ago. If you're here during the week, it'll be fairly quiet. If you're here on the weekends in the summer, you'll see more activity. But it's really a family-friendly section of lake. We love it. So this is kind of the cool part. If you look northerly here, on the right, you can see it's kind of a miniature bluff. And now we're looking across at Tucker Hollow Marina, so that's convenient to have that. But that's a miniature bluff, 10 or 15 feet above the water. Now look at that cove area on the right. That's kind of the break point between the miniature bluff and a much more gradual slope into the water. And you got access to both from this property. If you look at the maps, you'll see exactly what we mean there. So if you're an adventure seeker and you want to jump off that little bluff, I mean, it looks really good for that. Or if you're more like me and you just want to walk to the lake and fish or swim or whatever, just walk to that part south of that cove and you're in great shape. So now we're looking northeasterly. Oh, now we've panned to the south. This is sort of an early morning video, so there was a little bit of fog in the air that hadn't quite burned off yet. What a gorgeous property. Check out InstantAcres.com to see if this is still available and to see all the details. We were very, very happy to get this project on Bull Shoals Lake. We've been looking for years and years and years to get something at the lake here, and we were thrilled to finally do that. So when these are gone, they are gone. We don't have another project like this. So now we're kind of slowly going northeasterly, I believe, back toward the easement road and the pickup truck. And there's that old subdivision road, I guess you'd call it, that crosses over the property, which is not an easement. It's just a vacated road, I believe is what it would be called. So lots of opportunities for building and camping. There's the truck. So land on the left. And hunting is awesome out here. I mean, you can certainly hunt on your property. It's 3 acres, so most hunters would like more land than that, but because you border that Corps of Engineer land, you've got access to that for hunting as well. So it's really more like having several hundred acres of hunting land, because you can go directly from your property into that Corps of Engineer land and use that for hunting and recreation. So similar to being on the National Forest, a lot of hunters and recreation people that we know like property, if you can find it on the National Forest, because then you have direct access to that land as well. Well, in this case, you have direct access to the Corps of Engineer land, so not only additional hunting land, but you can get to the lake very easily. On the right, that's actually an old, I guess a gravel pit, I should say, where they mined some rock decades ago to do the front of some houses in the area. Beautiful property, geez. InstantAcres.com to see if this is still available. This is tract 57 at Timber Shoals Ranch, one of the super nice ones with direct frontage on the Corps land. And they're standing on the back of the truck flying the drone. Beautiful property. InstantAcres.com. Give us a call or send us an email at sales@instantacres.com.